sir.
You're welcome to
Hello.
Rapid Rants, episode 11. We have Leslie's special guest, her dog, and we also have another special guest. That's my lady over there. Her name is Danny. Oh, and we got our cat too. It's going to be a hell of an episode, man. We got some good topics too. Believe it or not, we do have topics today. One of those is going to be this new crazy grading scale for schools. It's terrifying. You'll learn more later. There's a grandmother who won a huge winnings with her grandson, but she refuses to split it. Then I have Danny on. That's my lady. And I felt like this would be a good topic about should you move on after your partner passes on and how long is long enough? The last topic is going to be there's a new restaurant that opened that has an age limit. You have to be over 30 years old if you're a woman to go and 35 if you're a man. Let's get into it. Here's the first topic.
This new public school grading system got me so mad. A is 84% to 100%. B is 64% to 84%. C is 44 to 64%.
Just so I completely understand the picture, in order to pass, you have to get anywhere between the mid-40s to the 60% of the questions right, meaning that right in the middle would be 50% of the questions in order to pass. And in order to be stellar, well, you only have to get 84% of them correct. People, do you ever wonder why airplanes are falling apart? Because you see, the people who designed them only got it right 84% of the time, according to this new standard. And the people that build them, well, they only got it right half of the time. No. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this system. It's not going to lead to problems further down the line. It's absolutely impossible. It's to the benefit of the children that we be more lenient. Bullshit.
Bro's got a point, though. Bro's got a point.
What in the actual hell?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So first and foremost, why? Like, why are they changing it?
Yeah, why? Because do they think that because the results are so bad already that okay, we want to give them a fighting chance? That's not the answer.
Right.
I don't even think they're trying to give them a fighting chance. More so, we want you out of here, so we're bringing down our standards so you can pass and leave.
I think it
Right,
has to do
just
with
like
a couple things. I think it's kind of the No Child Left Behind Act way back in the day with Bush, but then also there was this incredibly dynamic shift when COVID hit and kids were out of school and then they came back and teachers will even tell you that I can't teach these kids. They're out of practice. Like we desocialize them when we lock them up for as long as we did. It's not the same. Schools are not the same at all. And then grades bring the funding.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
they want to make it easier, but that doesn't do any good for the kids.
That don't do nothing for society.
No.
Right. Exactly.
I will
Long term,
say,
what is this gonna
though-
look like?
I will say though, let's say, like, you know how you go to your doctors, right? You
Okay.
don't know what grade they got. They could have had the lowest grade, but they're still a doctor. They're
That's
still
true.
a lawyer. I mean,
See, that
how do
just
we
scares me.
know? It should. Like, I remember I was like, Mom, I want to be a lawyer. And I said, but I don't think I can pass. And I was like, C's get degrees. So they would never
Mhm.
know. But I still don't think this is right. Like, all jokes aside, that's bringing it down. Like, that's not even a standard. That's just like
Yeah.
not believing in them anymore at that point.
Well,
That's-
especially as you just said, the standard, like the standardized test was the priorities, like more
Mhm.
recently of, that's where the schools get their funding. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, kids can pass, but their focus was not necessarily teaching the curriculum, but teaching the answers to the standardized tests.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just keeps getting worse and worse in my opinion. It's like, okay, so you're teaching kids to literally memorize something just to regurgitate it back on the test, just so it does, your school looks good, but then they don't retain anything.
No.
A month, two after the test is done, they don't remember anything that they were taught.
No. They just know how to memorize.
And they
Right.
got so many different chat GPT type
Right.
sites that are out here now. Like they have some because they know they can recognize Chat GPT now. So
Sure.
they have other sites that's like, all right, well, if your teacher catches, they even advertise it on TikTok. If your teacher is catching you on Chat GPT, they won't catch this one. It's like
Right.
It's insanity.
Also, my daughter, she just graduated high school, but her senior year math class, her tests were open book, open calculator.
Yeah.
What?
They couldn't have their phone still, but yeah. Or you can bring an entire sheet of a cheat sheet.
Yep.
I remember you could only bring like a little one if you were gonna have a cheat sheet, and you had to write very small to try to figure that out.
Bring out a magnifying glass. Yeah.
I ain't never get no damn cheat sheet.
Yep.
Well, you are older than us, so that makes sense.
I earned that 3.4 grade average. You feel me? But that's some bullshit.
Well, shit, with this grading scale, bro, my 2.4 would have been a 3.4. So
I would not have been on academic probation if that was the case.
Everyone's on honor roll.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Well, that's public schools, right?
Yeah, but
They're
ain't no
not
excuse.
doing that in private school.
Oh, I'm sure not.
I hope not, but ain't no excuses now. You fail now.
yeah,
You dumb as hell.
But what does this do to future generations, though? Like we're not only setting the expectancies lower, but we're teaching them less. They're learning less. So over time, the generation after them, and the one after them, and the one after them. I mean, we're heading straight to idiocracy. That's where this ends.
I was really hoping.
Hear me out.
Go ahead.
I just gotta say this. I know. What exactly did we learn in school that has been able to be applied to our society?
So
and
that,
what we're
yes.
that
But
so,
no.
No.
I can kill that. I can kill that immediately. So
Let's hear
I was just watching something on YouTube the other day, and was about how they're building these underground tunnels like that's going in the ocean that people can drive through or whatever, so they don't have to fly and crap. So they were showing how all the people were there. That like this person graduated because whatever with marine science and all. There's a bunch of things that we learn in school with those. Like we're never going to use graphs and we're not going to use pi art. These people are using that to build these damn. No, for real.
That's such a special case situation.
Right. Like that's
how many
situation.
people are out there doing that? How do you know that the kid ain't gonna grow up and you know what? I want to be an architect. You never know.
It can be, and that's great.
It's good that they have those things just in case. So
just in case, that has been specialized when you go to college. If that's specialized when you go to college, like the things that we are learning are basic. It's not being applied at all. I think I don't even use algebra. I'll use addition and subtraction, but outside of that, no, that's it.
Well, like when Quishana asked last episode what we would change about the school system, and one of my answers was that we would spend more time, one-on-one time with the students and learn what they excel at and they're interested in, and we would allow them to focus on those instead of teaching this broad range of everything that actually teaches them nothing.
Well, I think Leslie made a valid point though, because I don't think anyone agrees with having the prerequisites in college. Everyone has to take a certain amount of credits, no matter what your degree is. You still have to take like a year and a half of just BS classes that everyone has to take. But that's what they're also taking away the validity of college, is because it's supposed to be specific to what you want to do.
Exactly. It's all crazy. I mean, they already given them 800 million days off, where they get off summer break. A week later, all right, now it's fall break. What? How?
I know. Yeah. That's so true.
It was just out of school.
That's facts, bro. And plus, I'm behind a school bus the other day, and I am not exaggerating when I say it stopped. Let some kids on. It drove 50 feet, and it stopped, and let some more kids on. Like, why couldn't those kids just walk 50 feet? And I got to stop twice for this. We're not expecting enough of our kids.
I'm just aggravated because I thought that I could at least depend on the freaking schools to stay sane. So now we got the school setting our kids up to be dummies. The music industry got Sexy Red out there. Sorry, not sorry, making the kids dumb as hell. We doomed. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Facts.
The presidency, it's a wrap. We everywhere you turn is idiocracy. I don't
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just eat my salad.
I saw a thing that Japan is the only country that got rich without obesity skyrocketing in the country, because the entire school career that kids go to school, they walk to school. No matter if you're the poorest or the richest kid in the world, you walk to school. It's just it's expected.
Yeah, but that's a societal thing too.
Yeah, because it's psychopaths over
Kids
here,
are actually safe there.
Yeah, kids getting, and they know how to fight. So.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Honestly, that's true. All right, man. So we're going to go to the second topic right now, and that is this grandmother who refuses to split her winnings with her grandson.
It was all smiles after Barb Reddick and her nephew Tyrone McGinnis picked up their big win, $1.2 million Chase the Ace jackpot. But it didn't take long for things to turn sour when both were handed separate checks for $600,000.
Chase the Ace winners is going to court. I'm taking him to court. It was my ticket.
Why's that?
No.
Because I bought the ticket. And now he's trying to lie and say I said split. I said split with the 50-50, not with no Chase the Ace. I'm taking him to court. I'm getting my lawyer tomorrow.
Both names are on the winning ticket. She only agreed to split the consolation prize.
Put his name on the thing. I told him for good luck. Now he's lying.
Greed gets the best of so many people.
So a solid first question for me would be, how old is this grandson?
He looked young.
He did. Like,
He does
I wouldn't put him at
really young.
18 at all.
So if he's, 15, 16 years old, he's just going to blow all that money.
We can't assume that. Maybe he might have learned
okay.
financial literacy.
So
You saw
look
his
at
grandma,
the
right?
statistics.
Like, the way she acted, she's not.
Look at the statistics of how many people win the lottery and then end up bankrupt.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hey, she just like, why are we splitting the check in the first place?
Well, but I mean, I don't know. Like
how did they? Like, what was? She played the lotto, and she won.
Well,
So why did
she put the kid's name on there for good luck.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's no legal agreement there. I mean, I don't know. Like, he is really young, but okay. So if that's how you feel, and is that the best way to handle it? Are you not going to look back at that at some point in your life and be like, damn, I'm an ass.
He's stuck in her ways.
True
Yeah,
that.
you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
So since we're talking about his age, let's also talk about her age. So she's a grandmother, yes, of course, not assuming anything, but she's probably up there. What happens if she just sets it up as an inheritance that he would receive?
When he's a certain age or something.
Correct.
See, there's the.
But it
reasonable
doesn't sound
train
like
of
she
thought.
wants, and she doesn't want that. Like, she just wants all of the money. Like, she doesn't want to give him a penny or a
She
dime.
wanted to
Like,
give her money.
yeah, money, money, money. That's all she wants.
I mean,
She couldn't play that game. That live that thing that's going on now on TikTok where they're like, hey, give me my money, and everybody started clapping. She couldn't play that. She couldn't play that game.
Yeah, true. She would totally lose. It's crazy because there's other alternatives than just
taking him to court.
Yeah.
So
they could set him up of being every month until you turn 18, you get, you don't have to pay rent anymore. I'll cover your rent.
So wait, she's not taking she didn't say she was taking the grandson to court. She said she's going to take.
So she's right.
I thought she wanted to take the people to court for cutting it in half. She wants to take the grandson.
No, she did say that she wants to take the lottery.
She'll take
the
whoever
lottery company
needs
or
to go
whatever
to
it
court,
is.
bro.
But
I was about to say, this lady don't deserve no money.
I mean, does that even work? Like,
Or
he's
half.
got the money now. It's in a check in his name. You go cash it and be done with it.
well, because
So,
his name was on the ticket.
right.
So
wouldn't she be
what's
suing
the
him?
legality of that? Right.
And what's she
I
trying to
don't
buy? That's still a lot of money. What's she trying to buy?
Also, what was that lottery? They said PCH. Is it Publisher Clearinghouse? Is that what they were talking about?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
Man, don't even get me
And
started on the
that-
Mandela effect.
Oh my gosh, me too. That whole
Have you
Mandela
heard about that,
effect.
though? Have you heard about the Publisher Clearinghouse Mandela effect?
Hell yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
haven't.
What's the guy's name, Dan?
I'm trying to.
I remember
I
it.
can't think of it.
What's that dude's name?
Ed. I don't know. We'll look it up later.
Yeah.
But he was a game show host, I think.
I can't believe don't remember his name, but this guy,
I'm blanking out
everyone
too.
has clear memories of him bringing this big check to people's door and them getting all excited, and that was the big thing. And now they're saying that he never did that.
That never happened.
Wait.
But everyone remembers it
gotta
and
find
has seen it.
Well, there's a whole bunch of commercials of like literally like, you know, when you fall asleep and the TV's on at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Ed freaking
With big balloons and everything.
Knocks on the door.
Ed McMahon. It was Ed McMahon, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on now.
I got the
Y'all
Ed part
remember
right.
I remember
do,
it.
very
Leslie's probably
much.
too young. Leslie's still in her 20s, so she probably don't remember that.
Such a baby.
But now
I'm
they're
really
saying that he
not. I'm
never
2
did
years
it.
before I'm 30.
It's wild, man. I mean, I don't know. For me, it would have felt I would feel so awful as the grandmother. Like Dan said, I mean, if you really want to do it, insist that he gives it over and you put it in a trust for when he's reasonable age or whatever. Nobody should have $600,000 for the 25 years old. There's no doubt about that. I mean, 25 is even a little young for $600,000, but
what is she trying to buy? Like 600,000 is still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, right?
Like,
but did you see the difference in her face, like when they awarded the check and then they realized that it was split? Like that aunt, she switched real quick.
Yeah,
real quick.
The flip the switch. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like,
it's wild.
Yeah,
man.
it's called greed. That's insane.
Hey, Princess, let's go ahead and move on to the third topic. Princess is our new producer, by the way. She's going to run everything in the background. Shout out, Princess.
Thank you, Princess.
Yeah, raising the roof for Princess.
A lot of loving couples say this, and I don't think I'm nice enough to think this way in a relationship if I ever get in one.
Okay.
They said when my partner passes away, if something were to happen and my partner passes away, I want them to move on.
Oh.
As soon as I heard that, I thought to myself, I was like, no, f that. I don't think I can ever do that. Would y'all say that?
I don't know. I would have to agree.
You agree with not moving on?
No, I agree with moving on.
So if I die, you're just gonna go grab?
No, not necessarily. Okay, first of all, how old are these people? How old are we talking?
I would say mid-30s.
Okay, well, is there kids involved?
No. Let's say there's no kids
No
involved.
kids involved. Shit.
You better watch your words carefully.
It'll take a while. But I think moving on is a good. It's a healthy thing to do.
Man, hell no. If my partner passes, you better not touch nobody. You better die sad.
By yourself.
You know what they said whenever we married? Till death do us part. Yeah. Death took me. Now you just gotta wait.
First off, shout out You Should Know podcast. Those guys are my favorite podcast in the world. I love those guys. But I wanted to have this topic today because Danny, she's my lady. So this is, we're just like the two on that show where they're a couple, we're couples. So I'm going to go ahead and start and say, Danny, if I pass away, I want you to move on. I want you to be happy. I like you being happy. It's kind of a goal of mine. So yes, absolutely, 100%. I think that it's there's a certain amount of time, and I think that amount of time. I don't think there's a set amount for anyone. It's when you're ready. It's when you need to. It's when it happens naturally. But what are y'all's thoughts?
Yeah, no, I very much agree.
Yeah. Like I think when you pass, like I'm gonna die before Ty does. I'm just gonna say that out there. But I think it is important to see other options when your partner passed. Like just not completely close yourself off or just like become bitter or just go into this eternal depression. I think you have to make sure that you are careful with that. Some people don't want to move on. Some people feel like dating someone else is a betrayal to their partner. even though they passed away. But I don't view that like if I die and Ty like mourns me for a little bit, just mourn me for a little bit, right? Not like a whole year, but maybe a couple months, and then get back in the dating pool. Like then show your stuff. But yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I'm haunting everybody. On the first date, everywhere. I'm playing. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. No, yeah, like I feel like it's natural. Just you freaking mourn, you heal, and when the time is right, handle it. If you got kids, you gotta respect them. Handle it all accordingly. Yeah, I feel like that's selfish to to hold. I don't feel like you should talk about it. No. I want to know as long as I'm alive. I want to know that there's never nobody else. So keep that kind of to yourself.
But some people, they do get stuck in that, and they do feel like it's a betrayal, or they'll mourn their loss for years on end. Like yes, that's your partner for life, till death do us part. But they may never be someone that even come close to who they were, but there's still a hope that you might find happiness again.
Danny, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I think life's too short not to be happy. Me personally, I wouldn't necessarily like go out searching for it. But I think if it happened naturally, like very much, Corey and I were both in really bad relationships prior, but they were also both long-term. So when we got back in touch, we were separated from our other parties, and we both were kind of very adamant about like, we don't want to get into anything right now. Like we need to heal ourselves. We need to figure out what we want, like all of that. And then it just developed into what we have now, and it was natural. And so I don't think, obviously our partners didn't die, but I don't know. I think that everyone needs different people in their life, different levels of support in their life. Like, so if it happens naturally, it happens naturally. I would want to go travel first and foremost, like go and see the world, see how other people live, all of that. So, if I fall into a rom-com and I meet, a stud Swiss guy, or an Irish man that like sweeps me off my feet, like I'm just gonna go with it,
A character, every Irish man we see, you gotta run it.
Facts, man. I'm gonna keep
going on, fella? You talking to my dog, girl, fella?
There was this back when I lived in Orlando, there was a newscaster and his wife died. So he goes to this big event where it's a very famous medium there, and she's like connecting people to their family members that have passed on. She comes to him and she connects with his wife, and he was now gay. He married a man. He was full. So the medium asked the wife, like, how do you feel about him now being with a man? And she said, hey, I never wanted him to be with another woman. I mean,
That's a good one.
Stars aligned with that one, man. The stars aligned.
You found happiness, and I found closure.
Queen, what do you think? All I'm saying is anybody.
Now I will say, when she passes, I don't think I could get another dog for a very long time. There's a different attachment that I have to pets than I do to humans. Ain't that right, Pig?
See, I'm kind of on the fence about that, because I've always told Cor, when my oldest cat dies, he better just come home with a brand new kitten.
I couldn't do it.
I have so much love to give, but I have so much love to give. Like, yeah, like I would mourn him, and it wouldn't be like a replacement thing. It would just be like, okay, so now I don't have him to, give and receive affection from and support and like all of that. So yeah, I think I would want another one. But
I
again,
see why you would do that.
I wouldn't necessarily seek it per se, but it's just,
But if you found
yeah.
one on like the side of like on the side or something, it's
Which
mine.
we tend to do. We tend to do. Right? I won't even tell you how many cats we are currently looking after.
It's gonna be my follow-up question.
Yeah, we're moving on from that. But I will say that I agree with Leslie on the pet situation. Like, I had a cat, Pilgrim, and she passed away, man, and like that was, I don't know, I mean, it's like 5 years ago now, maybe a little less. Oh, I'm getting timed out.
I already know why.
Did you just say you had a pet Pilgrim?
I had a pet cat named Pilgrim. I found her on Thanksgiving. Okay, I figured it was inappropriate.
Did you really?
Yeah, man. That's a whole other story. But like, she's been gone for like 5 years, and I mean, yeah, we have multiple cats now, and I love them all. But I still like, I'll even, jokingly, I guess, but still, like, you're not Pilgrim. Like, I can't really become attached to you. Like, I've become attached to this one outside cat that we have, and I will not admit that. Like, that's the most I've admitted it so far. Like,
you did.
Don't hold it against me.
I got you, bro. I got you. Everybody, I know you see Men in Black. Just look into the screen really quick. Ugh. All right. Yeah, he can't get attached to any cats.
So. Nope. That's that was the result of that conversation for sure.
Yeah, it's rough. Eat that right, pig.
Well, yeah, everybody, it's clear that everyone agrees that afterwards you should definitely move on.
But don't force it. Don't force it.
And don't tell me that you're gonna move on.
Just lie to me while I'm here, and then do your thing.
Even when you visit me, at the grave, you're like, baby, I'm so single.
I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you. All right, let's get that third topic rolling. Oh, that's the fourth.
North St. Louis County is blowing up on social media. Lots of people have plenty to say about the age restrictions at Bliss in Florissant. Today, 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend talked to the owner and customers.
Kelly, the restaurant owner, tells me he wanted a business where people 30 years old and older can go, enjoy, and have a peaceful time. And with that, he says, come age limits.
What's up with the brothers? Y'all good?
Welcome to Bliss. 2 weeks ago, 36-year-old Marvin Pate and his wife opened their new upscale restaurant near West Florissant and New Halls Ferry Road in North St. Louis County.
It represents pure happiness and pure utopia. It's a home away from home. You could come here and feel like that you were actually on a resort.
Delicious. Jamaican style.
The restaurant's popular West African Caribbean cuisine,
lamb chops ready,
isn't the only hot topic simmering on social media. People can't stop chattering about the age restrictions at Bliss. Women must be at least 30 years old and men 35 to enter the business.
It's just something for the older people to come to and have a happy hour, come get some good food, and not have to worry about some of the young folks that bring some of that drama.
And of course, we have been getting a little backlash, but that's okay because we're sticking to our code.
Everyone who enters the restaurant will have to show their ID to a hostess or a St. Louis County police officer after 7 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday.
He has a policy that suits the clientele that he's trying to draw in. I think he's on the right track.
Those are younger ones. You could come patronize the business once you turn 30 or 35, because we're going to be here for a while.
I have two things to say.
I wanted Leslie to start.
Yeah. One, the place doesn't look that full. Two, if you maybe brought in people who were under that age limit, they would bring more people. They would, because that place does not look very full in all the angles that they had. And then on the TV, there was a video that said throwback of people like drinking and partying. So yeah, like it was in the first few seconds of it. You saw it on the side, but also that food looks so good. I just gotta wait 2 more years because that food looks amazing. That's it.
So for me, my only disagreement with the place is the age limits for men and women aren't the same. It should just be 30 for both or 35 for both. That's I believe that. But Hell, keep the kids at home. We try to go eat in peace. You feel me? We try to eat in peace. You don't understand.
What would the kids do? What would they do? How would they disrupt that peace?
It's too many. You don't understand. I go to restaurants and there's too
Have you
many
ever
parents that
seen
don't
bar
whoop their
fights?
kids. There's too many parents that don't whoop their kids. Plain and simple. And kids running around trying to eat, getting the baby shark. Shut up. But you don't got to deal with none of that. You feel me? When it's nice and old, people normally got money at that age. You know what I'm saying? Got to worry about nobody fighting, stiffing the check. It's just, I just feel like it's just peace.
But you're talking kids though. Like what is the difference? I mean, and I don't mind this idea. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't mind this idea. But if you made it 21 and up, what difference of an environment is the 21 to 29-year-olds gonna make?
Look, first off, they ain't been grown that long. You know what I'm saying? They were kids yesterday. Just go on somewhere. Go to TGI Fridays or something. That's what a grown folks eat.
Well, the owner did say that those regulations are only from Wednesdays to Sundays.
At 7 p.m.
Exactly. I mean, that's Monday and Tuesday. That leaves Monday and Tuesday for 20-year-olds. Like,
but then that's the thing. I want to know like their stats, like financially, like, okay, so how obviously the certain days people like to go out more, but I want to know what is the profit that you're bringing in Monday and Tuesday with having that open as opposed to
your covering costs?
Sunday.
Are they making a profit? Yeah.
Because for me, it didn't look very packed.
Yeah, but that could have been just when the news was there. You know, they may not have wanted a bunch of news cameras there when they're packed. You know, it gets busy trying to walk around. You know.
And I hope that they last a very long time because that food looks fantastic.
St. Louis. It's in St. Louis.
Oh, of course it was.
I'm going to visit.
Just give me 2 more years, and then we can all take a trip there.
Yeah, I'll be like, I've been going here for 2 years, Leslie.
I'm a regular. Welcome. I mean, the woman at the end, she was confident they're going to be around. She's, when they get a little older, we're going to be here.
But it's okay. Clubs.
Why the difference in age of men and women then?
They do that at clubs. I think like the maturity level of women is faster than it is for a man.
Well, I agree with that.
21 for men, 18 for women is with most clubs. So yeah, I get it, but nah, it needs the same age. You know what I'm saying? Well, in my case, it don't matter because I'm getting in regardless. But me and mine the same age. She's 116 days older than me, and I hate it. But other than that, we're the same age.
And the fact that the exact days,
right?
The amount of days.
Yeah. Because I'd be like, she'd be like, "Could you turn that down?" I'd be like, "Don't talk to me like I'm some kind of child."
And in a place like St. Louis, I'm sure there's plenty of other choices for the under 30 crowd to choose from.
Yeah. And I will say that makes you want it even more.
Exactly.
Yes. Exclusivity.
Yeah, it's like, damn, I have to wait for 2 more years.
And boy, you're gonna go on your 30th birthday. Like that's. I wonder how many 30th birthdays are celebrated there. That would be.
I would love to know. They're like, I'm going to Bliss for my 30th birthday.
That's
good food, good drinks.
Half your friends can't come though because they're not 30 yet.
Yeah, I'm the youngest in our friend group. I'm the youngest.
Thing, you don't have to worry about hearing what you don't want to hear as far as music. The whole playlist gonna be fire. You ain't gonna hear none of that. What's that? Toot daddy. None of that bullshit. Just gonna be
That's a very valid point, and we can all go like nostalgic. On oldies a little bit, and it doesn't always have to be EDM and all these pop
EDM.
The music is a good selling point. I'm not gonna lie.
The earliest I want to hear is Pain, Buy You a Drink.
Actually, they should really take this and run with it and just kind of do the whole nostalgic thing. Why not do old school video game consoles and I don't know.
I'm gonna write this down and copyright this.
Just go, if you're gonna just, have that group, then appeal to that group.
Yeah.
All the things that we miss from growing up, arcades, and have a skating rink. Maybe also have an age limit on that so people don't bust their hips and stuff. But
I have had about 2 years. Thanks. I'll call it Danny's.
You
Yeah,
could turn
but
it into like
they
a
could
club.
totally run with it.
You could turn into a club at night and play just like early 2000s hip hop. Straight up,
Yes.
like,
Man,
Yes.
there's a spot.
R&B. Yeah.
There's a spot in Wellington that they have a nightclub that plays like it's all old school New York. The top hats, it's Sinatra, and it's so nice.
That's
The
dope.
whole
dope.
vibe is fire. I love it.
That's
So, yeah.
sweet. I like that.
Everything
man,
is vintage.
You could make a whole series of clubs, like the
telling you.
50s club, the 60s club.
They got the jukeboxes. It's so dope.
I feel like
Me-
that's where like the jazz clubs would come into play for the 50s. You know, like there's the lounges. There, oh man, there's like a speakeasy almost.
Yeah,
around
exactly.
here. It's called
'cause I
Rabbit
mean-
Hole. I think it's called a Rabbit Hole.
The Silver
to-
Diner did that. You know, they were very, centralized on that era, and they were popular until they weren't. But
Yeah.
they should totally run with this.
Leslie's got a point though. It'd have to be for the 50s. It'd have to be jazz because if it's not, then you got a bunch of people going to a sock hop as adults.
True. And poodle skirts and all that. Yeah.
I do love jazz. I will say that. Like it's very relaxing. Very relaxing.
No doubt. I'd stay in the damn 70s bar, bro. Like play me some Motown. I'll be chilling.
Facts.
I'm done. I don't need to go
I
anywhere
need me a
else.
glass of something right now. You know?
Right?
No, I
Like
went
an
to a Latin club
old-fashioned.
the other day,
I need some hooch.
and they were
you know what I'm
playing like
saying?
music that I grew up listening to. Oh man, it was like I felt like I was home when I heard those songs. I was like, oh my god, this is what I grew up listening to. It felt so nice. So I get that feeling. I get that feeling of nostalgia
For sure.
and why
for
people
sure.
would want it.
Yeah. Round of applause for Bliss. Yeah, I'm definitely going.
No doubt, man. No doubt. We got a few comments that said they love the idea. They'd go. I think at the very least, it's something that will attract people to check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to move on to the questions of the week. I'll go ahead and go first. Princess, if you want to cue mine. All right. So if there's a movie made about your life, what genre is it going to be and who's going to play you?
Ooh, that's fresh. All right. I'm jumping on. So it's going to be a comedy / horror movie. You know what I'm saying? Comedy / horror movie. Real talk. And who's going to play me? Who good?
I have an idea of who's going to play you. I want to hear yours first, but I have an idea.
Who going to play me? I'm trying to think of which one of these young actors I'm gonna let that because somebody like me, Denzel need to play me. You know what I'm saying? It got to be Denzel. You know,
Not Samuel L. Jackson.
If he was playing like older me yelling at kids, Samuel could do it.
You know how I think will play you?
Who?
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker definitely. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris Tucker definitely gonna play me. Yep. Yeah, Chris gonna play me is gonna be a comedy and a horror movie. The reason that is gonna be a comedy and a horror movie is because all the horror movie stuff, like we're not even gonna write comedy. It's just gonna take care of itself because I'm in it. So somebody gonna come, we're gonna hear something in the bushes, gone. Hey Blaze, what was that? Blaze? Yeah, definitely. That's
Leslie?
mine.
I would say a psychological thriller. Yeah, I would do that. And who would play me? Okay, so we all know that when there's ever a reenactment of someone's life, the actor's always more attractive. So I'm either gonna go with Zendaya because she has amazing range. I would say Zendaya or Zoe Kravitz.
I was thinking Zoe Kravitz.
That's exactly who I was thinking about.
Yeah, I'm
That's
thinking
exactly
Zoe Kravitz.
That's funny.
She's my first pick.
That's
Danny?
exactly what I was thinking
Yeah.
The person is what's stumping me. First one that pops in my head though is Scarlett Johansson, just because she's like a little bit more of a badass than me, and I would like that side to be shown a little bit more. As far as the genre though, like I think I would have because I can't just. It wasn't like so. My life was very segregated. Like for 10 years it was a completely different thing, and then so I could just do like a thriller, and then it turned into a rom-com. I know we're all mushy, rom-com. But I think honestly the best classification would be like just an indie film, because it would be not what you expect. Like,
dope.
You know,
it would start
the
one
things-
place and end somewhere completely different.
Exactly.
Shyamalan
It wouldn't
twist.
necessarily be right. Like I would get a Sundance Award because you don't even know where you start and where it's going to end. You have no idea. So
I feel like
yeah.
a good actor for you would be Lisa Kudrow. I could see Lisa Kudrow.
Oh yeah.
She got your humor. She got that
Yeah.
that stupid shit. Like, don't be stupid shit.
Don't be stupid shit.
All right, so my answer would be it'd be a dramedy. It would absolutely be a dramedy, bro. Because I mean, even in like my worst times, like I was still making jokes that like I remember she would be going crazy with my ex, and I'd say something and have this thought of like, damn, I wish somebody heard that. Like, that shit was funny. But the actor I feel like would be a young Matthew Lillard. Because he's got that range, bro. Like, because I've had, I've been in the States of panic attacks and everything, but I'm also crazy, loud, and then funny. Some, like I think
I'm going Ben Stiller.
I'm gonna have to take like a whole day to figure out how that makes me feel.
And yeah, and just to say it, LB, we do not want you to make a horror movie.
No.
All right, I'm next.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Cue me up. If you had to live in a world where one food was the only thing you could eat for the rest of your life, what food would you pick?
Steak.
All you would eat is steak?
Oh, hell yeah.
All
Dude,
red meat.
You took it right out. Yes. Yes. Absolutely yes. Beef.
Damn.
You can't go wrong with
That's
beef
a lot of red meat.
Unless you overcook it. Well, but then there's all the carnivore diets, and then before the carnivore, it was keto, and that
Yeah.
There's certain benefits to it. But yeah, as long as I'm either control of cooking my own meat, because there is nothing worse than like a well done steak, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, or like a personal chef that is amazing at adding vast amounts of butter so it doesn't dry out and all that and get all the flavor. Yes, beef would be my answer. Sorry, I stole it from you.
I accept that.
I'm gonna say sushi. I'm gonna have to say it. It's fresh. You can do.
But don't you think you could get sick of it?
No, there's so many different renditions of like sushi and the different flavors, the different types of rolls.
Oh, that's
like,
a good twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, rolls.
Are you allowed different kinds of sushis, or does it just have to be one kind of sushi?
It's sushi.
It's sushi. Sushi.
Honestly, I agree.
I'm going chicken, baby, and don't nobody be like, oh yeah, you're black, girl. But I'm going chicken. You feel me? In the morning, I'm gonna have chicken abortions. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Scrambled chicken abortions with a little cheese. You know what I'm saying?
You can't add that. You can't add cheese.
I can't add cheese. Well, you can't add butter then to your steak. Whoever said they
I
wanted to add butter.
I didn't say that.
Oh man.
I totally did. That was me. Yep. But that's also part of the carnivore diet is eggs. So if it's a certain diet.
Wait, are we talking about a diet, or are we talking about like one food?
One food. So you can season. So how about one food? You can season it with whatever you want to season it with. You feel me?
And you're talking like one animal then, like.
All I know is chicken for me. You know what I'm saying?
Chicken. All right.
Straight up.
Someone just straight up in the comments, I don't eat chicken.
Shame on you. Shame.
I like Leslie's answer best though, because the variety part of it. There's
I feel like with the chicken though, the chicken's gonna continue to keep me right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always.
So does sushi.
Eggs. Oh, sushi's really good for you.
Yeah,
not for me. I'm allergic, so I can't. For me.
Oh no,
you're missing
what
out.
part are you allergic to?
That.
Yeah, I'm a part of all seafood. I'm allergic to. I'm the guy that you got to make a plate of chicken for at the fish fry. I'm that guy.
Oh no, you're so lucky you didn't come from Maryland. You'll be missing out on so much.
I get stuck on the island, I'm done.
Blaze not invited to any of the barbecues. He's not.
Oh, no, I'm coming to the barbecue. Just ain't going to the fish fry. That's it. But yeah, chicken is definitely mine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's move on to Les's question. Princess.
Okay, so if you can go back to any argument or disagreement, what would you have said and done differently?
Oh my God. So I have a situation where this is a breakup actually happened like this. So in this argument, I got home, I was eating, and she came out of the room, looked at me. Are you serious? I'm eating a bowl of peaches, by the way. And she just takes everything down and just starts throwing it. I'm like, she's like, you eating peaches? And I'm like, and you could have had this or this or this. And you'll never understand. And she left for like a week. She came back. So we had a talk, nice dinner. Everything was cool. So she was like, so you understand where I was coming from? I was like, as a matter of fact, I don't know what the heck you was tripping, but like, why did you, oh, you don't get it? Left for another week. Came back again. And it was like, so you understand where I was coming from? And I was like, yeah, man, I get it. I was selfish, you know? So she's like, so what was I talking about then? I'm like, oh, no, you wanted to make peach cobbler. Like, what was it? And yeah, so we just end up breaking up. So I still to this day don't understand why. So I would want to go back to that argument.
If that were me, that second time she come back home, I'd have that song blasting where it's like millions of peaches for free.
I have peaches and cream. Yeah, I would like to go back and not go a second and third time. I would like to in the beginning.
Yeah, just cut it right.
Just call it. Yep.
I think I told y'all the one story that that I freaked out about on my boss when he called me boy and this and that. But I think the reason, like the foundation of that was this guy in Florida was working at this like t-shirt printing company or whatever. I was really good at this job. Like I was really, really good at it. And he just didn't like me. The boss just didn't like me. He came up to me one Friday, gives me my check and was like, we're no longer needing your services. Huh?
What?
And Florida's a no fault state or whatever. So like, you don't have to give your employees a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
If that were me now, I had already lost the job. Why didn't I freak out on the dude? Why didn't I talk back? Why didn't I do something about it? Like, that's a hindsight 2020 situation. Like, I should have just did this guy, man. But I let it go. Like, okay, goodbye.
I want this punk ass job. No.
Exactly. Why didn't I do that? Danny?
Maybe it was because, you know, you had the dental surgery now, you feel me, and you're gleaming, and you didn't have it then. So the smile wasn't the same.
He was very mature. He was very mature. Yeah. We'll say that. That takes a
lot. Mine's gonna be short and sweet. I wish I had divorced my husband sooner. Like when the problem started. Yeah, you know, I just would have called it. Okay, you know, you're not ever going to change. I know you haven't changed. I wouldn't have stuck around for all of those years trying to make it work. And then also, I would have also hired a lawyer a lot sooner. But yeah,
facts. Leslie,
I would say that. Basically, my uncle tried hitting my mom. My grandfather tried hitting my mom, and I stepped in at 14 years old, blocked the punch, right? And I went to hit him. I wish that I had a little bit more strength to like hit back, but my mom pulled me back. That's what I would do. I'm not a very violent person, but when it comes to my mom, game over. Game over. Right. I wish I had more strength to be able to like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I love that. That's dope.
No, that's a solid answer. Solid answer. All right, Danny, you got your question ready? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Sorry. I do, but I don't think I have an intro. So
nope. So we're just gonna go right
into if you had a button, what would you set it to do when you push it?
Like
put money in my account.
So like you would have to set up a certain like denomination. I'm sure it wouldn't just be like, so $5 every time you push the button kind of spiel.
I mean, hey, we could do $5. We could do like 10, even $1. I'm quick with my hands, so I could keep pressing that button.
I feel like I would want my own pyro everywhere I go. Like, if I just felt like I did something cool, you know what? The pyro goes up.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah. No, drop fire on him.
Exactly. Nah, straight up, my laundry's getting done. It's getting hung up.
I so support that. That is like the number one thing that we're fine with washing it and all, but once it gets in the basket fully cleaned, then it just sits there. We hate folding it.
Yeah.
We hate putting it.
You just I'm literally looking at a bag of laundry.
Just all this laundry.
Yeah. It's the worst. Like, you're already clean. You should just put yourself away.
I don't want to put it away.
No, it's the worst. And like, okay, fine. Your shirts are. Yeah, your shirts are a little wrinkly from being in the laundry basket for 2 weeks at a time, but whatever. Wow. They'll work itself out. I fully support that. Yes. I think that I would like to know the answer. Like, so if I was having a conversation with someone, I think if I could push the button and be like, oh, I am knowledgeable about this topic now, I think that would be, and I don't have to always push it. But if, I'm trying to make like a solid point or, trying to one up me in my professional life of like, oh yeah, she knows what she's doing. Push that button. Like, yep, I do know what I'm talking about.
And just because if we were the same person and we both had our buttons, like, now I know the answer, so I fire on them. Perfect.
Right. And like, how many ignorant people are like, no, I know I'm right. And be like, no, sorry.
You're
like,
You're not.
Yeah. And this is how all the reasons why you're wrong. Like,
that would be dope.
Yeah.
I think if I had to choose another one, it would be, it chooses, not just cooks my meals, but it also chooses what I'm gonna eat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm tired of making the decision every day, 3 times
Yeah.
a day. It gets
3 times
old,
a day. Yeah. As much as you can meal plan ahead of time. Like, sometimes you just don't want what you planned and what you bought groceries for. Sometimes you just don't want it.
If I had another one, it'll be for my dog to attack someone. I'm like, take chunks. Exactly what I'm gonna yell. And before I press it, take chunks. And then
you can train him to do that.
You ever seen what's the movie with freaking the John Wick? The dog in John Wick? The way that the dog attacks and he's like yank, yank, yank. That's all I want. Take chunks.
And then after he attacks, you can hit your other button, and then there's a pyrotechnic celebration.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
That's dope. That's
Yep.
dope.
Yeah. No, I
like
think that's what's the button's gonna do. That's what it's gonna do, man.
Yep.
All right. Well, hell yeah, man. This has been a good episode. Straight up. Before we end it, I want to announce we're very, very excited that there's a good chance during this episode we finally hit 1 million views on one of the TikToks. Yeah. We're over 100,000 on that same one on Instagram. We've gone up like 400 followers this week on TikTok, man. We're going up. We really appreciate everyone who's here, who comes on the lives. Thank you so much, LB and Mr. Cooper and everyone else, man. It means so much to us. We'll be here every single Friday at 3 p.m. EST on
the most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.